All right, what's going on, ladies and gentlemen? This is the last video I'm going to make concerning this situation, but some information has surfaced about the former Southern Wayne principal, Ms. Karen Rogers, who resigned amidst allegations of being drunk in public and making racial slurs. Now, because of those videos, I did two previous videos. More information has surfaced about her allegedly using racial slurs at her previous high school, which was Rosewood High School here in Wayne County. Now, according to some of the comments on social media and the videos, it is well known that allegedly or suspiciously, that is one of the reasons why she was removed from Rosewood High School. Now, one lady, I'm going to read a couple of comments that allude to this fact. One lady said that she was my son, Rosewood High School principal. I'm surprised she went to Southern Wayne High School after making a racial comment at Rosewood High School. And so I went on to ask, so it is true that she made slurs at Rosewood High School? And the young lady said yes. And she said the staff that was there and is still there knows why she was removed from Rosewood High School. And then another, I guess, a presumed parent chimed in and said, yes, my kid was a student there at the time, which confirms what the other parent was saying about Miss Rogers apparently making racial slurs there. And this other parent goes on, well, another parent, now this is three parents commenting on it. And she said, I ended up moving my son to Charles B. Aycock because of her and the cover-up by the county when she was at Rosewood. And I'm going to get to the cover-up by the county a little later in this video. She said she messaged me actually about the cover-up. Let me see if I can find that message real quick. But this was not, the comment that I just read was not the only comment referring to her being removed because of that. One person, and actually, this is actually a student who confirms. She said the hard and when they say the hard they're referring to the word, the N word, where, and I have to address this issue too. Some black people say it with the soft A, but she said the N word with the hard ER. And she said the hard ER in front of a classroom. We were all in trying to confirm what she had said to another student in the cafeteria. We all wrote what she said to give to the guidance counselor, and then they gave us a new principal. So there it is. It is confirmed that according to these three parents and one student, that there was indeed a situation where she made a racial slur at Rosewood, in which, according to this comment, was the catalyst for her to be removed. And once again, we have to ask ourselves, why was she allowed to go to Southern Wayne High School and allowed to be in another position of leadership? Now, this one person who sent me the message said that she would find reasons to punish my kid when she realized I was LGBT. Her and another teacher, and I forget her name, I was in the office at least once a week when they went to school after COVID. She said she took it up with the county and was basically told to shut up and color, or they will find a way to remove my kid from Wayne County Public Schools. Hence again is the cover-up. Now I'm going to read another statement from another individual that says, wow, second time's a charm, and I guess. She got suspended from Rosewood High School for using racial slurs too. Some things never change. Now, once again, if everybody's saying the same thing, I have to hold credence and take that with some level of truth. You know, people don't say things and have similar stories of different events about different people. Now, this other person says, I have a whole recording of an incident that happened with my son at her school, and the way this woman looked at me and walked away when she saw me asking to speak to Mrs. Rogers. And not once did she present herself. Instead, she walked away and hid in her office. The only reason she came out is because I said I was contacting the school board. What a shame of a principal. I will never see her the same from that day. I knew she was a problem, but when it comes to my children, I'm always going to advocate for them. And this person has a name that denotes a Hispanic descent. And so once again, there may have been some discrimination on that point. This lady said, okay, I want to speak to Miss Rogers. And Miss Rogers was right there present, but proceeded to act like she wasn't herself. In essence, ignoring this parent. And I'm going to read what someone said that denotes once again or alludes to the fact that this Wayne County public school system, the board, whoever is in charge, whoever sits on that board, has a, once again, 3-card Monty, I guess, approach to bad principles where they just shuffle them up and hide them away until you figure out once again where they're at. This person said, this is definitely a problem, a huge problem. How do they just keep letting these people hopscotch through the school districts, then adding insult to injury by letting them resign? If a child's transgressions and negative behavior follow them throughout their school experiences by way of the remarks and reports that are kept in their school records, and these reports happen before they come into their own, she added, then I think that the adults who are fully aware of their behavior should be held to the same standards. Then resignation wouldn't be even on the table. White, black, blue, green, color don't matter. And I commented, well stated. So that's what I'm talking about as the cover-ups or the lack of accountability by the higher-ups when these situations happen. 4 or 5 people already confirmed that that is the reason that she was removed from Rosewood as principal. Now they put her in another position where she is allegedly to have the same behaviors. Now also another person messaged me, said someone close to the situation said that she was never at work because of always having hangover, allegedly. Now, this speaks to, the incident at the ABC store. And, people are, you have some apologists that basically said, well, this happened 3 years ago. I actually read that comment this morning. This happened 3 years ago. Why is it just being brought up now? It doesn't matter if it happened 3 years ago, 3 weeks ago, or 3 minutes ago. That does not excuse the behavior. So those kind of apologetic statements are somewhat part of the problem, as is this young lady, and I'll call her name out because she went back and forth. Miss Sarah Stanley, if anybody knows her, She said that this didn't happen at school, so it's none of anyone's business. Plus, they let these people in the school system because they have no one else that can handle these kids. As I stated in another video about Miss Morgan, how everyone is trying to blame the kids now, right? This is what this lady is doing. I'm sure she was professional at school, but what she does on the streets is her business. Ain't nobody perfect. Now, it's once again those sentiments like that which add to the issue. So, just a hyperbolic example. If I run a daycare, right? If I run a daycare and I go to this daycare every day, there's plenty of kids around, but I go off on my own time and then I start inappropriately treating or touching kids, then I don't think that anyone can say, well, it doesn't matter. He didn't do it at the daycare. No, that speaks to your character and your ability, once again, to hold the position that you are entrusted to. She once again, and this is a whole nother video topic that I'm probably going to have to do because she says, Sarah Stanley said it's okay for everyone else to do it. Why not? I guess you don't listen to rap music. Where do you think we got it from? And once again, that is an apologetic statement. But of course, we all know that that term didn't come from rappers. And this lady said, so you say it too. You didn't get it from rap music. You got it from your mama and papa. And so she this Sarah Stanley lady, she went on to say and tried to once again justify it by saying, let me go ahead and get to this. She said, if this didn't happen at school and happened on her own time, it's none of anyone's business to be spreading rumors. Y'all need to worry about them dead people on the side of the road in Wayne County. Now, I do agree with that as well. Stop scaring our teachers away because no one is perfect. We don't even have school bus drivers because they can't handle the kids without saying something negative. And once again, I do not like people blaming kids for adult inappropriate behavior. And, there's many more comments. Said that she was my principal at Rosewood in 2017. I've always had a weird feeling about her. She was also rude to me in class. People agree that she needed termination. This is just the last video. This is going to be my last video addressing the situation. But as the caption states, it has been alleged that this lady, this principal, has indeed been accused of making racial slurs before now. So the question is, why was she allowed to remain in the position of a teacher? And one person, of course, defended Dr. Wichard, which, he made a valid point where he was not, there at the time that she committed, or he didn't hire her, right? And then they also mentioned, well, he has over 3,000 employees. The employees' actions are not his fault, which I partly agree. But you, as the administrator, is supposed to set the tone. There's what they call a culture, right? And if there's a culture of racial slurring or inaccountability or inappropriate misappropriation deeds, all of those things, then that is a culture that you as a leader must take some responsibility for. So I don't excuse any of the board members, any of the administrators, any of the superintendent, the people in power, and saying, okay, well, this, they can't control the action. That's not true. If I'm running an organization and people in my company are scamming customers, of course it's going to fall on the people who get caught scamming, but it's also going to fall on the reputation and of my company, and also probably going to hold me liable to some culpability of their actions. So everybody from the top on down must take accountability and own up to this, and instead of staying quiet and covering up. And yeah, she did say that. And then when she goes to another school, she's just an outstanding principal. She's worked for 20 years, and people equate that to some type of excellent service because of the tenure or the longevity of the person. That does not mean that they have served exceptionally, as we see in this case. Nevertheless, this is the last one about Miss Rogers. 919-587-7782. If you have any more information about these and any other incidents happening in your local school system, and you need them addressed and are scared to address them for fear of retribution, once again, my name is 919-587-7782. Peace and blessings. I'm out.